What did those first couple videos look like?
Terrible. There's this thing called like TikTok affiliates and people are making 100,000 a month and all this stuff. I'm like, that's not real. Come on now. Saw this one guy that was making videos and he had millions of views. I kind of took what he did and then made it my own. And that's my video that went super crazy viral. And I woke up and I had $150. And I was like, wow, I made $100 in a day. The next day, I think I made $9,000. That month, I made $80,000. It's not always going to be up. Sometimes it's down. You just have to keep doing your best and just keep showing up. Anytime I have something that works, I will repeat it until it never works again.
All right, hey everyone, welcome to TikTok Shop Affiliate Academy, a podcast that uncovers the story and strategy from the top 1% of TikTok Shop affiliates. I am your host, Ivan. We have a very special guest today, Jasmine. What's up? How you doing, Jasmine?
Hi, good. How are you?
I'm doing well, doing well. And just for those who are listening, Jasmine is new to the game, but she has been killing it kind of like to the max, extreme success. And yeah, new to the game. I mean, a couple, like 6 months, you said 7 months into the
Yep, this
game.
is my 7th month.
Okay, I love it. Okay, so for the audience, give a little background on who Jasmine is, maybe what you were doing before TikTok, and then how you got into it.
Sure. So I actually had a cleaning business before I started TikTok. I've been doing it for 4 years and it was great. I loved it. But this year or 2024, my body was feeling it. I was like, I
Okay.
cannot do this anymore. I was so tired, so burnt out. And I was just looking for something new to do. And my boyfriend was always on TikTok. I never even had a TikTok. He just was always on. He's like, there's this thing called like TikTok affiliates and people are making 100,000 a month and all this stuff. I'm like, that's not real. Come on now.
Yeah.
I didn't actually believe him, but I started doing research on it and saw that people were really making great money. So I stopped the cleaning business and I
Yeah.
just basically only did TikTok for 2 months. My dad actually had to help me. I called him one day crying, like, Dad, I just
Yeah.
need to find something new. Can you just take care of my bills for like 2 months while I find something new? And he said,
Right.
yeah. And thankfully he said, yeah. So I just did TikTok for those 2 months and had to make it work.
That's inspiring. So when you said that, I got kind of chills down like my skin because it's like, you kind of saw this challenge of TikTok and you asked for a favor. I don't know how easy or hard that is, but typically it's a hard thing to do with, asking
Yeah.
favors and money from others. But you kind of knew that this was something that you wanted to pursue and asking your dad for that runway. And so fortunately stars aligned and kind of you're on your way now. I'm sure you paid him back, right? For what?
He didn't even make me pay him back. So I only
Yeah.
needed like 3,000 each month. So he gave me
Yeah.
6,000. He's just like, I believe in you. Do it. Thank
That's
God.
perfect. That's beautiful. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
beautiful. Okay. So take me back to that moment. You knew TikTok was something for you. Did you already have a TikTok account, a following? How did you kind of amass that following?
I had nothing, never even had
Okay.
a TikTok, didn't know how it worked. So I did the teamwork trend. Not sure if
Okay.
people are still doing that now, but basically a follow for follow. So I was able to get the 5,000 followers in 3 weeks doing
Okay.
that.
3 weeks. And I will say another suggestion is for those listening, follow for follow is definitely something you can do, but also, make content that you think is going to be follow worthy. And then
Mhm.
also don't hesitate to put some ad spend behind it. Cause like you
Yep.
said, it's going to take 3 weeks if you kind of do it the long, hard way, but you can maybe speed that up a little bit by a couple $100 of ad spend, which is, growing a couple accounts where it goes from 0 to 5K with a couple videos and some ad spend, a couple like
Yep.
$200 in ad spend. So definitely
Yeah, I
think about
spent a
that if
couple.
you're.
Yeah, I
Oh, you
spent a
did?
couple $100 on ad spend as well.
Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah. It's always helpful to kind of get so the name of the game here is like kind of quicker, sooner, right? Figure
Mhm.
out where you need to be. Okay, cool. So now you have that, TikTok Shop affiliate account. What did those first couple videos look like?
Terrible. They were so cringy. I was so uncomfortable. I never made videos before, so I was like really
Yeah,
stiff and like I just
yeah.
didn't know what I was doing. I wasn't showing my personality at all, and the
Okay.
videos didn't do well at all.
Okay. So next question: how did you get around that, or what was that kind of light bulb moment, or how did you make them uncringe?
It's just, the repetition. Just you keep showing up, you learn new
Yeah,
things, you learn angles, you learn about lighting, and you just get more and more comfortable, and then your personality can shine through.
I love it. Okay, so one of my pre-call comments to you was unexplicably, but like your video quality seems to be higher than the norm. So if you want to check out Jasmine's account, we're gonna link it to the show notes below. But yeah, so like you're saying, like lighting, camera angles, and all that stuff. Okay, and then so you were kind of cringe videos. You didn't know how to make them. What was that like light bulb moment, or like you made a video and it got some sales or it got a lot of views? Like talk me back to that point where you're like, okay, this is something I'm cooking with grease here.
Yeah, so I realized like I need to study other people's viral videos to understand, which I was
Okay.
doing the whole time, but it's a process. You have to learn what
Right.
makes a viral video. So I saw this one guy that was making videos for the erasers, the
Yeah.
earbuds. And so I
Okay.
kind of looked at the way he was doing it. He got, ah, man, he had millions of views. And
Hmm.
I kind of took what he did and then made it my own. And that's my
Hmm.
video that went super crazy viral.
Hmm. What are
So
some of
they
those things that you took?
I kind of took his whole format. You know, he
Okay.
said, take these, get rid of them. He threw his earbuds outside in the bushes. And I was like,
Okay.
I'm going to throw mine in the toilet. I don't know why I
Yeah.
thought that, but I threw them in the toilet and then it went crazy. People went
Yeah.
crazy about that.
Yeah, how many views is that video has right now?
15
15
million.
million views. Yeah,
Yeah.
15 million views and a couple 100,000 hearts and all that good stuff. Yeah. So for those, actually we're gonna review the video later, but you essentially take AirPod earbuds, which is kind of common and valuable, right? And then
Yep.
you throw them in the toilet and flush them. So it's
Yeah.
definitely a hook, and it's kind of proven itself. So, were those like actual or toy or dead ones, or like did you really just go all in, or are they waterproof actually, or like what made you
No,
compel you to do
they
that?
were real. They were real.
Yeah,
And I didn't actually flush them. I made it
yeah,
look like I did, which is why people were so upset. They were like hand me downs that my boyfriend gave me that I never used. So I was like, whatever.
why not? Did you end up? I mean, obviously you probably didn't use them afterwards, but
No, I did
yeah,
have to fish them out though. I used
right. So they
gloves.
wouldn't like clog the toilet or anything like
Yeah,
that.
a little gross.
Yeah, I did notice that there was a cut from putting them into flushing them.
Yep.
When, like you said, that's a majority of like the controversial comments that were happening, right? But at the end of the day, that's like engagement, right? There is
Exactly.
showing TikTok that your stuff is moving, right? It's causing conversation, and we'll show it more. So
Hmm.
okay, cool. So yeah, take me back to that. Okay, so you made that video, copying or kind of using inspo from that guy who
Hmm.
threw his AirPods away in a bush. So
Hmm.
take me back. So is that the like what's the light bulb moment here of like? So you copied that and then it got a lot of views or it got a lot of sales, or was it that toilet video that did it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So up until this point, first of all, that this was my second month of doing TikTok. So my
Yep.
first month, I only made $150, which was very
Yep.
sad. So this month coming in, I'm really feeling discouraged. I was actually in like coaching calls with other, people that teach about being an affiliate, and
Yep.
I was asking the girl, "Man, what do I have to do to get viral? Like go viral? Like I
Yeah.
just don't understand." I was just crying about it, 2 days later before, and then
Yeah.
this video went viral. And I'm sorry, what was the question?
No, just talk me. Yeah, you just go through that moment of like getting the inspo from that video, and then right now you brought up a great point, which every single affiliate goes through of like, hey, I'm putting up content, I'm putting up consistent content, I'm doing everything that everyone tells me to do, but I'm not just getting results. I'm just not
Mhm.
getting the viral videos. So like, talk me to that moment. Like you kept on making those videos, and then you got the viral video, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, what kind of happened there? Do you think?
I think A was timing because the eraser earbuds, when I got the sample, the listing
Yep.
was just gone. So
Okay.
it was nowhere to be found. I couldn't make a video. I thought, oh, well, I guess I got free earbuds. And then
Uh-huh.
one day it just shows up and I'm like, okay, let me make a video for this. I think
Okay.
for that, I might have been the first to start making videos for it again
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
something that had been viral before. And like I said, I copied someone's framework that was proven to work.
Yeah.
And I just made it a little bit different. I made it controversial, and so I went to sleep and I think it had like 1,000 views. And that was like a lot for me. And I'm like, oh, yay, wow.
Hmm.
And I woke up and I had $150. And I was like, wow, I made a hundred
Yeah.
dollars in a day. And then by
Yeah.
the end of the day, I think I made $2,500. And that was awesome. The next day, I think I made $9,000. Like it
Yeah.
just
Grew.
skyrocketed. And it really was just the engagement, the controversy of throwing something in the toilet made people talk so much. But it's
Yep.
not just about engagement, it's also about sales. So people were not only engaging with it, but they were buying as well.
Yeah, yeah, you definitely so you hooked them with you
Mhm.
hooked and engaged, made them engage with that, throw them in the toilet. But also there's a we'll review the video, but there's a lot of selling points in there. You kind of went through all its features and why it's good and why the other
Mhm.
ones are bad.
Mhm.
So very cool. Okay, so that was a success for you. You kind of used other inspo. I noticed also you have a lot of different styles, right? you dabble in a lot of different styles, right? I noticed in your library you have AI videos, which didn't do so well, but that's okay. But you have other ones, right? You went into the store, you used kind of like different hooks, and you kind of have a lot of wide range of different styles that you use. Like, talk me through that. Like, what's your thought process behind all the different styles that you have in your videos?
Yeah, I think especially when you're new, you got to find out what works for you, not only the styles, but the products. And you're kind of just in that testing phase. And that's kind of where I was like, okay, people are doing well with AI videos. Let me try it. Didn't really
Yep.
work for me. Okay, people are doing well with the video in-store comparisons. That worked for me a little bit. Those tend to
Hmm.
actually be really good. And then just testing out different hooks. I was in a testing phase, and I
Yeah.
still am really.
Yeah, no, that's important because most of the people I speak with, they have one or two styles that work for them, and they kind of continue that. I think it's important to keep on trying more and more
Mhm.
styles and getting exposed to more and more styles. And so, Affiliate Academy HQ, the community that we have, all the different styles, all the different hook libraries that we have to kind of give you guys inspo and what would work for you. Right, this is how you make these type of videos, and then try out yourself and see what works for you. Right. Okay, cool. What else we got here? So you saw that, a month or two in, right, from making, starting on TikTok Shop and then getting that first viral video, which has millions of views now, great success. So obviously you're probably not going to attain that level of success right away, and you're going to get these like ups and downs, and mostly downs, right? So is that true? And then how do you get around those kind of down moments or down weeks that are kind of not, popping on TikTok?
Yeah, I think a video like that is kind of, I won't say an anomaly because it can happen again, but it's
Yeah.
like it's not going to be like that all the time, which
Yeah.
was sad when you start seeing the views and the sales go down. But
Yeah.
that video carried me for months. I mean, even
Yep.
to this day, when the listing comes back on and off, I don't
Out
know
of
what they're
stock
doing.
problems. Yeah.
Yeah, so but when it comes back, I start making money again. But yeah, it's not always going to be up. Sometimes it's down.
Yeah.
I kind of just am learning still to ride the wave and not, freak out. And,
Mhm.
you just have to keep doing your best and just keep showing up, really.
Yeah, I like what you're saying because you're always kind of not resting on your laurels. You're
Hmm.
always testing. You're kind of always trying to find the next thing that's going to work for you. And you kind of don't let it, you don't let it just the success kind of lead you. You're kind of leading success. You're putting in the time for the videos and making them. So, okay.
Hmm.
Um, So what do I see here? I love when you have your videos, you're very like entertaining and upbeat, and the hooks we touched on a little bit, but like what's your mental process when you start to make those videos or think about how you're going to make videos?
So I spend a lot of time on the hook. That's the most important part. You have
Okay.
like 3 seconds to hook people, and if you don't, they swipe. So that's kind of where I spend the most time. I'll just be like walking around my room, like I just start thinking of stuff. Sometimes I come up with stuff while I'm sleeping. I have to get up and get on my phone. I just think,
Mhm.
okay, what will make people talk, right? What can
Okay.
get people engaged? What's a little controversial? Um,
Can you
what's
give an
something
example of one that's worked for you recently?
so I sell a lot of Fenty beauty products, and
Mhm.
I'm using Rihanna's name a lot
Yeah.
because she owns it. So one of them is, I'm so pissed at Rihanna. How
Yep.
dare she just now come out with this lip duo? Where was
Yeah.
this, last winter when my lips were chapped? And that
Yeah.
one really works for some reason. But I
Yeah.
think it's because people at first they're like, "What? She's mad at Rihanna?"
Why is
Like they're
she
kind of
mad?
like,
Yeah.
then they're like ready to defend her, and then they realize like, "Oh, okay, never mind."
Yeah, I noticed I watched a couple of your videos. That's a common hook that you have is the kind of mad or outraged, and then you turn it into like a positive, like, oh, I need to thank
Yeah.
this person or I need to give this person a hug because they kind
Hmm.
of let me on to this new product. So, okay, cool. All right, so we are going to review that video that we spoke about earlier about the earbuds, and I'm gonna set it up right now to
Okay.
share, and then we will watch, and then talk about it after it's done. So I think you see it now, and then I will
Take
play it.
these, get rid of them. Take these, get rid of them too. There's a new earbud taking over TikTok. Let me show you why. First of all, they're over the ear earbuds, so you don't get that ear fatigue like you do with regular earbuds that actually go in your ear, and you still get good sound quality. I don't know about y'all, but after like an hour with regular earbuds, I find myself taking them in and out because my ears hurt. So that's why I love these. You don't get that pain. Second, they're waterproof. So if you're weird like my boyfriend and you like to listen to TikTok while you're in the shower, you can do that. I just took them out the water and we're still jamming, man. Third, you can control everything from the case, which is pretty cool. I've never seen anything like that. But the coolest feature I found that they have is that you can find your earphones if you lose them. If you're anything like me and you lose them all the time, this is really nice to have. Fourth, they're noise canceling. So whether you're listening to a movie, music, podcast, or just on a phone call, the sound quality is something like you never heard before. Lastly, they're on sale right now on TikTok Shop for 60% off, which is crazy. Y'all know these sales don't last forever. So if you want to try them out, I'll put the link down below. I get them before they go back to full price.
Nice. So that's every single element you want in a TikTok shop video. So, okay, talk me through that. What do you think kind of made it so successful?
Yeah. Again, number one, throwing them in the toilet. Almost every single comment is people outraged. Why would you do that? You could have donated those. This is a bad example. I mean, just everyone was so mad. And I never thought that that would happen, but the engagement just made it go crazy. So many reposts, so many comments, so many likes. And then I think just having kind of like a set thing that I was talking about, a different
Mm-hmm.
um, feature of the product.
Yep.
And that product is really cool. Like product selection is really important. That's something you don't see a lot, having a touch screen on, you know,
Mm-hmm.
an AirPod or a earbud case. So
Yeah.
picking something that's
Differentiators.
interesting, yeah, really helps if the product is interesting in itself. And then also it's kind of entertaining. I was kind of silly.
Yeah.
So I think those are kind of the main
Yeah.
things.
You threw a Jamaican accent in
Yeah.
there. You had a great call to action, like a 60% off sales. That's unheard
That's
of.
another thing too. Anytime there's a flash sale, I'll make sure that I mention that because I definitely see more sales when there's a flash
Yeah.
sale.
Yeah. And maybe touching on what you said earlier, but like the uniqueness of a product compared to competitors, right? Like you said, I've never seen the find your earbud. Like I've lost my
Yep.
earbud a million times. And
Yep.
so, another thing I as we're talking now that, I really connected with, and I found myself nodding my head was, earbuds and then your ear gets hot. Cause I've
Mhm.
done that as well, right? When they're inside, they kind of get sore and you kind of need to readjust them. But since they're overhanging, you kind of don't have that feeling.
Yeah.
Um, so with the success, and I've noticed, okay, so with the success of this video and the hook, right, of putting something in the toilet, I noticed a handful of your other earbud videos are the same structure, putting something in the
Yep.
toilet, right? Do you do that for other products or is it just earbuds? I didn't see it for any other ones, but what are your thoughts there?
So number one, anytime I have something that works, I will repeat it until it never works again. So that's my
Okay.
biggest tip. If it works, do it again. And I'll almost do it exactly the same. I know you can't say exactly the same thing, but I'll put on a
No.
different outfit, maybe a little different location. And every time I do that, those get, I mean, I had two eraser videos that got to the millions of views. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
one got taken down because I
For
said the wrong brand name.
okay.
I said Lenovo because they were invested by Lenovo. So everybody
Yeah.
was calling them that. And I got a copyright strike and they took the video down. I was
Uh,
so sad because that one was at like 5 million views at the
that
time.
one is
But
moving.
luckily, I had done this, you know, I probably did it like 4 times and a lot of
Yeah.
them did well. And then also, I
Yeah. I want
did
to pause
try.
here. I want to pause here. So for the people kind of that glanced over this, if you have a successful video, make it over and over and over again until it's not
Yes.
successful anymore.
Yep.
Because you're saying you had same layout of the video and it's got
Mhm.
multiple have gotten multi-million views. So
Yeah.
just big note here, like do it again. So
And I
sorry to
do that
interrupt.
now.
But go ahead.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's okay. I do that now with every video. And again, okay, this one got a million, next one got I mean, they just, if it works, it'll keep working until one day
right.
it doesn't.
Yeah, I mean
But
there's retargeting of the same person. There's kind of connecting the dots and kind of, similar selling points. And yeah, if someone watches one video all the way through, they're likely to watch another video all the way through, right? So all those things
mhm.
combine into like making more videos of the same process. So cool.
Yeah, I tried throwing other things in the toilet, that did not work.
Okay,
And
yeah,
I
that was my
also
next
had
question. What about like makeup or
yeah,
Fenty product or competitor
no, it
products?
didn't work, and I had friends too, they're like, "Imma copy you and throw stuff in the toilet," didn't work
Yeah.
for them either, so
Maybe it's like the electronic element, like you're not
I
supposed to
think
put that
so.
in water. But yeah, that's funny. What items did you throw in the toilet and you're like, oh, maybe that didn't work?
Oh, man, what did I put in
Makeup,
there?
I imagine, right? Because you have a lot of makeup stuff.
I don't even remember what I did.
Yeah. But yeah, I was saying like the same notion, right? Like try it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like throwing something in the toilet.
Mhm.
Um, but okay. All right, that was a great video. I mean,
Thank you.
that kind of checks all the boxes, right? Like the hook, the visual hook, the audio hook, the talking about all the features and then calls to action. So cool. Let me see here. Okay, so approaching the last part of the interview, kind of rapid fire. So fire off some questions and answer the best that you can. So
Okay.
All right. What is the highest GMV that you've generated in 1 month?
500,000.
Nice. Okay. So 500,000. That was back in you when the second month with this earbud video, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, in September. Cool. So a lot of success there. Were you able to kind of buy yourself or spoil yourself with anything?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, that month I made $80,000 off of
Yeah.
those earbuds, which is insane.
Yeah.
I did some shopping sprees, some Shein shopping sprees, getting
Yeah.
massages. I don't really buy a lot, but yeah, I did some fun stuff.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Cool. Okay. So what is one piece of advice that you wish you had when you first started?
Hmm. I mean, probably it's just a numbers game, really. Like,
Okay.
I mean, you just gotta show up and just put yourself out there. And
Mhm.
most videos actually don't do well for most creators, even the
Yeah.
best creators. It's you, all you need is that one or two that pop off that really make you the most money.
Yeah. So I've never asked this before, but what percentage of videos would you say make a hit, right? Like multi-thousand views. Would you say 5%, 50%? Like what do you like guesstimate? Would it be 1 out of 100 maybe? Less than 1 out of 100?
It's so hard to say because I haven't really
Yeah.
looked at it closely. Maybe 1 out of 100. If
Yeah.
yeah, it's like
So
very little. But when
yeah,
it does, it could be astronomical.
exactly. Okay. Love it. Okay. So you mentioned a lot of like seeing what works out there and getting inspo from that. Where do you get your inspo? Where do you search for that inspo?
So in the beginning, I used Callow data a lot, and that's something a lot of creators use. They show you the top products, and then they show you the top videos for those products, and that's actually how I found the video that I copied with the
Okay.
erasers. I don't use that anymore. Now more so, I just kind of look at what's on my For You page, and then they have that really cool tab. Like if you're looking at a product, usually when it's
Mhm.
showing you the commission, you can see Learn from Creators, and they're showing the top videos for that product. I definitely look at those and see, okay, what were those videos about? How can I emulate them?
Okay, cool. Yeah, just to recap, Callow Data is a data analytics tool for TikTok Shop, and it breaks down the top products and then the top videos that sold the most for that product, right? So essentially, if you're looking for ideas, you look for the product that you are making a video about, and you basically look at all the videos that are popping or making sales for that, and then you kind of take your
Mhm.
inspo from there. So yeah, a link of Callow Data will be in the show notes below as well. And then you kind of transition. You kind of that's a great place to start when you kind of don't know where you're going. But
Mhm.
now you're a little bit more experienced in the game, and you kind of have ingrained it in your day to day, maybe right? Like as you view TikTok in itself, or like you said, those different kind of in the creator studio part of TikTok, you kind of peruse there and see what's working, what TikTok kind of puts in front of your face as a creator, right? Like what they suggest for you. So
Yeah, I'm always
cool.
studying, and that's another
Yeah,
thing too. I have a tab just for video ideas. So when I see a creator do a video, I'm like, "Ooh, that was a good hook." I
yeah.
bookmark that, and then I just sometimes I'm looking for ideas. I have my tab or just full of different ideas.
Yeah, so on TikTok, the bookmarks on TikTok.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a maybe simple and obvious, but maybe not, right? So
Mhm.
when you're perusing TikTok and you see a video that you kind of connect with, and like, hey, I can do that, and it's selling a ton. Let me try it. So bookmark
Mhm.
it. Don't hesitate to bookmark it. All right, cool. What is one way that you think you can improve as a TikTok shop affiliate creator?
Hmm. A lot of ways, really. I think
Yeah,
just continuing to, like, always being a student, just
yeah.
continuing to analyze videos. I think networking with other creators actually is really nice when you meet them in person and, sharing what's working for you. I think that
Okay.
definitely helps too.
Yeah, I love that. Okay. So what do you look for in a product that you're trying to promote or that, you're looking for new products? What are some of those characteristics of a great product that you think?
Definitely unique, something that people haven't seen before. Like, for example, one product that was doing really well for people was the Skin Body. I don't know if you saw that. It's like the
Yep.
spray, so you can see how much hair you have, and then you shave it
Yep.
off. That was huge because you've never seen anything like that before. Again, the
Yeah.
razors with the touch screen. So anything that's kind of different or unusual. It doesn't have to be. It could still be like a regular product too, but I feel like those do really well.
Okay, cool. And I just remembered a question, but you said before about kind of being consistent with your video uploads or how many videos you post. How many videos do you try to aim for a day or a week, kind of in your process?
It really just depends on how I feel, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like last week I did 30 videos.
Yeah.
Some weeks I only do five. Like I
Yeah.
wish I was more. That's something I could be better at, actually, to answer your question.
Yeah.
I need to be more consistent. But I was in the Star Creator program, and they said most successful TikTok creators do 80 videos a month at
80
least.
videos a month. Okay.
So that's my goal. I have not even actually done that yet. So
Yeah. Okay. That's great. Yeah. Some people I've said do at least 5 a day. They're like, that's their goal. That's what they do. And
yep.
some do 1 or 2 a day, and some do like a couple a week, right? But yeah, it's what works for you. But having a kind of North Star goal of like handful, a day is typically
hmm
what I've heard from the successful interviewers the successful affiliates I've interviewed. So.
Yeah.
All right. Last question here. 2025 is underway. What are some future plans for you? What do you have in kind of store for the rest of the year in TikTok Shop?
Just continuing to grow. I'd love to try more products and kind of have a mixed variety of products that are working for me. And
Hmm.
then also, I'd love to sell my own products and
Yeah.
have a shop. If I realize, man, I made these people so much money. What if it was my product? So that's
Yeah.
kind of a goal that I have.
Yeah, I love that. You can I think I told you pre-call, but I had an Amazon product a long
Mhm.
time ago, so I'm familiar with product development and taking it to market. So if you have questions, definitely don't hesitate to email me. But
Yeah.
yeah, kind of can talk you through that and coach you through that if you need. And that's something we want to do in the community as well, right? Like teach them how to be an affiliate. But for those successful affiliates, like this isn't the end goal. There might be another goal, right? Maybe you expand to lives, or maybe you have multiple accounts, or maybe you have your own product, right? Or maybe you have YouTube or Facebook and stuff. So in the community, I want to kind of enrich what you already have going. So, again, a link in the show notes below. So cool. That was awesome, Jasmine. Great success. If you haven't checked her out, go check out her social in the link in the description below. And Jasmine, it was fantastic to have you.
Thank
A
you.
lot of gems that you dropped. So appreciate
Thank
it.
you. I
Thank you
had
so much.
fun.
All right. Okay, everyone. We will catch you later. Thank you.